The Roadhouse remake made the same disappointing mistake with the 2024 counterpart for one of the original characters from the 1989 movie. Starring Jake Gyllenhaal as Dalton, Roadhouse 2024 is a reimagining of Patrick Swayze's 80s action movie of the same name. Though both films tell the story of a no-nonsense bouncer hired to tame a rowdy roadside bar, there are still some differences between the Roadhouse remake and the original movie. Despite these differences, like the location of the 2024 Roadhouse remake changing from Missouri to Florida, a lot of the character dynamics from the original movie are maintained when it comes to Dalton's friends and foe. Some of Roadhouse 2024's replacements for the original characters even have the same or similar names in the remake. However, there is one character whose name may have changed in the remake, but unfortunately, the remake treats them the same as their 89 counterpart. Roadhouse 2024's Laura is largely forgotten in the movie, just like 1989's Carrie Ann. Both Roadhouse movies' friendly female bar staff are quickly ignored. When Dalton first arrives at the titular bar in Roadhouse 2024, he is greeted by the humorous bartender, Laura. After Dalton asks for black coffee, Laura informs him that they only serve Cuban coffee at the Roadhouse, which he decides to try. Through this interaction, they establish a friendly rapport, which is strengthened later on when Laura brings Dalton breakfast in the morning as one of the many references to the original Roadhouse movie. However, Laura becomes less and less prominent in the story as it progresses, which is exactly what happened to her counterpart in the original Roadhouse movie, Carrie Ann. Just like Laura, Carrie Ann befriends Dalton early on in the movie by bringing him breakfast. Both characters are still around throughout their respective Roadhouse movies since they work at the bar, but Laura and Carrie Ann aren't given much to do after serving as Dalton's welcome wagon. It's unfortunate because their shared character is so likable and charming in both Roadhouse incarnations. Why Laura deserved more in 2024's Roadhouse. Laura brought a charming presence to the Roadhouse remake. Laura making drinks at the bar in Roadhouse Image via Prime Video. Ultimately, Laura deserved to be a more prominent character consistently throughout Roadhouse. She was the first person Dalton met upon his first arrival at the bar, and they quickly established a friendly bond, which could have seen more development. The remake had the opportunity to include more humorous interactions with Dalton like the breakfast boat scene, but Laura ended up getting sidelined for the sake of the action. Laura didn't even get to say goodbye to Dalton before he left Glass Key at the end of Roadhouse 2024.